Dallas Cowboys 2021 practice squad breakdown coming at you guys, and it's all powered by Magic Spoon. Get $5 off your first order of the healthy and delicious cereal over at magicspoon.com/Cowboys. Dallas has announced 14 of their 17-man practice squad. Plus, I've got one other guy who's been reported but has not been officially announced by the team at the end of this video. Let's dive in player by player, beginning with the guy you all love, the Nooch. Ben DiNucci is on the Cowboys practice squad. Warned as a possibility previously, I had thought/hoped that the addition of Will Grier, which remember we broke down earlier this morning, meant the Cowboys might not put the Nooch on the practice squad. In the end, the nepotism wins, and Mike McCarthy gets his guy who has not been good, period, in the NFL. There's really no way around it. The Ben DiNucci we've seen is young and still limited NFL experience. Not good. It's not good at all. He has struggled. The lone start he had last year against Philadelphia, honestly, some of the better football we've seen Ben DiNucci play. I think maybe the game plan was a bit more tailored to his strengths and weaknesses. In the preseason, he was not good. Not good at all. There's no way around it. DiNucci struggled. 4 interceptions, lots of backbreaking, just bad decision-making as part of the process. On the bright side, DiNucci does offer the types of things that you're often searching for as it relates to your fourth, in this case, quarterback, and your, practice squad type of scout team quarterback. He's able to run. So when you're playing mobile quarterbacks, like a Daniel Jones, a Jalen Hurts in particular, DiNucci will fit in very well as the scout team quarterback and give the Cowboys a good look in that area. Remember, that's the big reason why they kept Jamil Showers on the practice squad for so long, because he was able to do that type of thing, even though he was never that good of a player. It's more than just the pure meritocracy of who's the most talented players. I think that scout team role is important for Ben DiNucci. Of course, we know he's bad, and I get that. I'm not justifying it. I'm just explaining partially why the Cowboys went that route. So be honest with me. You can be a hater if you guys want in the comment section. Are you mad that Ben DiNucci is on the Cowboys practice squad? This will be the pinned comment on today's video. Do the ad break here on YouTube, scroll on down, and let me know. It's Y for yes or N for no. All right, more players on the practice squad. A lot of guys the Cowboys have brought back. First up, Goggles himself, JaQuan Hardy, who, look, the Cowboys going very light, at least for now. That might change in the near future at running back. They've just got Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. So JaQuan Hardy and fullback Nick Ralston make their way to the practice squad. No real surprise there. That was a fairly expected development to get Ralston on there. The Cowboys didn't have any of their cuts claimed on off of waivers. They did lose one notable guy that we'll get into here at the very end of today's video. But both JaQuan Hardy and Nick Ralston make their way down to the Cowboys practice squad. The special teams value for both does give them at least the potential to find their way as a call-up on the game day roster. Remember, the rules are still the same. 16 practice squad players plus one more for Dallas with Isaac Alarcon. We'll get to him. And you can be activated to the game day roster twice in the season. There are some notable guys that I mentioned as good fits in that area. But reminder, today's show is made possible by our friends over at Magic Spoon. Get $5 off your first order at magicspoon.com/Cowboys. High in protein, low in carbs, and 0 grams of sugar, despite tasting absolutely incredible. $5 off when you use magicspoon.com/Cowboys. And yes, folks, there will be a clickable link in both the comment section and in the description to make your lives a little bit easier. Again, high in protein, 13 or 14 grams of protein in each bowl. Low in carbs, only 4 grams of net carbs. And it tastes just like the stuff we grew up with. All right, more players here. Osiris Mitchell, one of several receivers added immediately to this Dallas Cowboys practice squad. The wide receiver from Mississippi State. The Cowboys liked him as a UDFA. They bring him in. He sticks around. So too does the highest guaranteed in terms of the undrafted free agents contracts. That is Brandon Smith, the receiver from Iowa. Noteworthy, not on this list, at least for now, Aaron Parker has not made the Cowboys practice squad. That's significant, but it's Smith and Mitchell right now as the two UDFAs at receiver for Dallas. At tight end, a veteran. Remember, you do get veterans now on the practice squad in the NFL, at least a couple of them. Jeremy Sprinkle. He has made the Cowboys practice squad, and this could be a game day call-up as well, with Sean McEwen a potential IR candidate. You could see Sprinkle or Nick Ralston get called up for game day and contribute to Dallas early on in the season as that tight end 3 type of player. Remember, McCarthy likes to group tight ends and fullbacks in the same position groupings. Now, who's your favorite player on the Dallas Cowboys practice squad? We're not done yet. Maybe it's Isaac Alarcon. Maybe it's one of the defensive players. Maybe it's JaQuan Hardy or Nick Ralston if you still love fullbacks. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. To the offensive line now, Braylon Jones, the center who didn't really play much center for the Cowboys, but was a center more at Houston, played guard. He makes the cut. As a reminder, Jones is not that great. Chaz Green is a practice squad player still in the NFL. There's not great depth on the offensive line. The most obvious practice squad player, Isaac Alarcon, who this makes a lot of sense for Dallas. Isaac still counts as an international player pathway program guy. What that means is that he is an additional extra free practice squad player. The Cowboys, of course, have to pay him, but instead of being limited to the normal 16-man practice squad, the Cowboys get 17 players. So of the 14 officially announced, plus the one bonus guy still coming up in a minute, Alarcon makes it 17 out of the maximum. So just keep that in mind. The rules did change this year, though. If the Cowboys want to promote him to the active game day roster, like the other practice squad players are eligible to be, they can do that now this year. That was not an option last season. Some defensive players now. Yes, there are those guys on the practice squad. Austin Faoliu, the Oregon defensive tackle, who got a pretty decent size signing bonus. Didn't make a major impact, but the Cowboys, like so many teams around the NFL, like to make their UDFAs from their classes past year practice squad players. So he sticks around, Austin does, for at least the time being. Next up, a player that I almost put on my active roster. I think some people out there were surprised, at least my projection, that Hamilton did not make the 53. I thought you're going to be able to sneak him down. The Cowboys did do that. With Neville Gallimore banged up to start the season, you could also see Hamilton serve as an early season active game day promotion. He's been fairly consistent. He's good depth. I don't consider him a major impact player, but he's a great guy to have on your practice squad. This is the second video of today, and hopefully, unlike the first one with Will Greer, YouTube actually sends the push notification on time. If you guys want Cowboys videos every single day, this is 5 in like the past 35, 30 hours, somewhere in that range. A lot of videos for you guys here. If you want more, it's very simple. All you guys have to do is hit that big red button and subscribe right now. Next up is Kyron Brown. He makes the practice squad a bit of a surprise because he was cut back in mid-August before the Cowboys made their trimming down from the 85 to 80, etc. He was an earlier cut by Dallas. He ends up now making it to the practice squad at corner along with Deante Burton, the man who got absolutely worked against the Jacksonville Jags. Reminder, it's the practice squad. Hopefully none of these guys ever play, but there's some special teams value here. He knows the defense very well as a veteran. I don't love the addition of Burton, but hey, you know what? If this is your 17th practice squad guy, if he's got to play, there are bigger problems than who it is because that means you've lost a lot of your key corners. Perhaps the most known name outside of DiNucci is Darian Thompson. He, as I had projected, has made the Cowboys practice squad as well. The plan here for Darian Thompson, as I mentioned at the back end of my initial/final 53-man roster projection, Thompson, I bet, is a week 1 game day call-up. Malik Hooker, Israel Mukuamu, I'm glad they're on the 53. Those guys don't offer much, Hooker at all, really, and Mukuamu with penalty issues. They don't offer much great special teams play. Darian Thompson does offer that. So I would not be surprised if Hooker and Mukuamu, to open the season, are inactive. They're healthy scratches. Instead, I could see Darian Thompson being a call-up for that game. Now, the Cowboys have officially announced 14 of their practice squad options. Who else do you want the Cowboys to add? My suspicion, the next guys coming for the practice squad on Dallas are actually already on the active roster. I would bet that whether it's a Bradley and a Zur Kamara, Simi Fehoko, Malik Turner, maybe Brandon Knight, I bet one or two of those guys end up getting cut, and the Cowboys try to get them to the practice squad. Stash them on the main roster for now, let teams fill out their roster, then cut them and try and get them down to the practice squad, because my suspicion here, and the numbers add up as well, there's too many players who have to be re-signed. Some veterans, we'll get to those guys in a second here, and some guys that are going to go to IR and come back off the COVID list. The math does not add up. So the Cowboys going lighter with the plans to add more guys, I think, currently on the roster. But let me know who you want it to be. I almost forgot one more name. My bad. Tyler Coyle, the highly athletic safety who is a UDFA from Purdue, has also been officially announced by the Dallas Cowboys. So 2 safeties there on the roster, Coyle and Thompson. Now, the Cowboys did not announce this move. That is tight end Ian Bunting, who bounced around this preseason, Seahawks, Cardinals, etc. This one was reported by Aaron Wilson, a Houston Texans reporter who's got some pretty good NFL sources. That one, again, not officially announced, but that is a reported move, so I'll throw it in. You remember, stuff changes sometimes. Even the guys on the practice squad now might get cut in 2 weeks, but Ian Bunting is an additional reported practice squad addition. One notable name not on this, Rondell Carter. He cleared waivers, but Carter has instead chosen to go sign with the Arizona Cardinals. He doesn't want to be in Dallas right now, thinks he has a better shot for more playing time in Arizona, and that's the route he's chosen to go. To make room, by the way, for the Will Grier signing, the Cowboys have cut the punter, Bryan Anger, only for now. Anger, along with long snapper Jake McQuaid, will be re-signed in the coming days. The Cowboys have several players to add to IR, probably in the not-too-distant future, maybe even before this video is fully, if you fully watch the video, it might be in that sort of a time frame. But the Cowboys will be able to re-sign those 2 with no problems. They are vested veterans. The players and teams have agreed to this. They'll be back as the Cowboys just kind of play the numbers game with their active roster for now.